folk. Yes, I may have it together now, but that's because you don't see what I'm hiding. You don't see what I'm covering up. Y'all not gonna talk. You just see the suit. You don't know it really was bought on sale. You don't know it really was a hand-me-down. You don't know I caught it at the second-hand sale. But you just see, oh, that's wonderful. Because of where you are, it looks better than what you have. But if we're going to do ministry to the community, we've got to open our mouth and declare what the Lord has done for us. Yeah, I'm tired of folk talking about, I don't know what to say. Just tell them how good God has been to you. You don't have to be able to handle all the great theological terms of the biblical text, but tell them I once was, but I am no longer. Yeah, I used to be crazy and crippled. Now, oh Lord, I'm blessed and highly favored. I used to be messed up and God about to lose my mind, but look at me now. I'm holding it together because God has been good to me. Tell somebody he's been good to me. So Jesus has people talking about what he's doing in their lives. And if we ever get folk to talk about what God has done for them, it will attract somebody to your church. Lord have mercy. So now the multitude comes and they're healed of their condition. The multitude is marveled because the text said they saw mute folks speaking. They saw the maimed made whole and the lame walking, the blind seeing. And when they saw this, they did what? They glorified God. See, we keep saying folk don't want to hear the truth. No, they want to see what you've been declaring is really true. Because when they can finally see what you're saying is true, they'll come to accept your God. Thank you. So notice now what happens here. He's dealing with the multitude. He's dealing with the community. But still, in dealing with the community, his mind is still focused on the core. Now, it's text that he called his disciples to himself. And he said, I have compassion on the multitude. Look at this. He says, I am concerned about all of these lost people. But I don't want you to forsake the fact that I'm trying to develop you to do what I do. So I have to pull you in to this experience. I could just do this thing. God, feed them. Lord, let the stomach no longer be hungry. I could do just what I want to do and just flex my spiritual muscle and make it happen. But because I'm trying to raise you up to do ministry too, I must pull you in to this matter. He calls them to his position and asked them, what are we going to do? See, the core is not just concerned about their own faith. The core is not just committed to being godly for themselves, but the core is committed to doing ministry. The core is dedicated to ministry. And see, it takes a real adjustment to move from your own spiritual growth to being concerned about ministry. Because in being concerned about ministry, you still gonna have your own issues. But when you're only concerned about your own growth, you shut out ministry opportunities. Because all you want to know is what word you're going to give me. These are the folk who can't go teach children's church because they need to get a word. Well, if you learn how to talk to him throughout the week, you knew you had to teach. You should have been talking to him. Lord, y'all ain't gonna say nothing. You should have been going for broken praise and worship. Talking about, oh, I'm gonna miss the sermon, so God speak to me in the midst of worship. Why? Because I am concerned about doing ministry. Yeah, so Jesus calls this core group to him, and he begins to talk to them about what are we going to do. I just want to know, how are we going to address this issue? Notice, he includes them in on the decision. He asked them, how many loaves do we already have? Now, I know that I'm getting ready to do something wonderful, but in order for you to be developed, I got to involve you. Go get what's out there and bring it to me. Oh, Lord, have mercy. So you mean to tell me I've got to leave your presence? I got to get out from your presence, Jesus, to go get some little stuff, to come back and feed some people? Yeah, because you're not just committed, you're trying to be a part of the core. And as part of the core, you're dedicated to doing